Cash in on a tricky 2 million credits in its latest time trial. Let's see if we can help you get there with this full track guide. And here we are, welcome back to the channel. And for another video on GT7, we're looking at the latest time trial to earn you 2 million credits. So enter sport mode as usual on the main menu. From here we're going to click onto your online time trials. Now we've done the Nürburgring in the GTR. That's on the channel already, so if you haven't checked that out, have a look. It's only got a few days left. But we're going to have a look at the latest one. It's a St Croix in the Genesis VGT concept. Absolutely rapid car. So we're going to select this from the garage. We've bought this car. We own this car. If you don't own this car, you can always rent it as well. But we're going to make sure that you're on your racing soft tyres, so at least we've got the maximum grip for this powerful car. So press enter and OK, and away we go. So for gold, we're looking at a time of 242.174 for 2 million. For 1 million, 245.323, and for bronze, it's 253.196 for 250,000 credits. So assists, we're looking at, we've got 0 traction control, counter steer we have off, and ABS we're running on default. So let's get straight into this. It's a long lap, so we'll do what we can to help you. You can see we're using the Ghost from P3 in the world. As we come to the first braking point, we're looking for that 100 board. You want to brake in just before the 100 board, probably the start of that curb, either reference. But as you come into this first corner, try and get as close to this AstroTurf as you can on the right hand side, but be careful not to get all 4 wheels across, otherwise your lap will be invalidated. Coming to this next one, a very tricky braking point. You're looking for that kind of kink in the barrier. So as the barrier kind of widens, so before the 100 board, just there, you want to be braking. But make sure that we come off the brakes and let the car rotate in. Turning quite early there, this really does understeer into this corner, it's a bit off camber. Next braking point, we're looking at the 50 board, but we need to be braking before we reach that 50 board and turn in quite early and get as close to this barrier as you can. But accelerate in 4th gear. Now it's all about 4th gear with this car. A lot of times we enter the corner in 3rd gear and accelerating in 4th. So next one, we're looking at the start of the curb. So we're going to come down to 3rd gear. As we get to the apex, again, we're going to be accelerating into 4th. It just gives you that extra bit of grip to come out the corner. This one, a tricky one. We're going to use the shadow on the floor as a braking point. A tricky braking reference to get right. And again in 4th gear on the apex and accelerate out. So a clean section to start off with. Up to the next one. We're looking again at that barrier on the right hand side. When it widens, there's a little kink on the right hand side. As it widens, before the 100 board, we just want to brake in there in a straight line and turning around the 50 board. Again, get close to this barrier on the left hand side and power out in 4th gear again. That's the trend around this course. The next one, start of the curb. As we get to that, we're going to be coming down to 3rd gear, and for this corner you want to come off the brakes and let the car rotate round, and don't turn in too early. As soon as you get that apex here, come into 4th gear, be careful on the throttle. Next very important one there, we're going to use the shadow on the floor there as the track changes colour. Just to tap the brakes, we're going to stay in 4th gear and get as close to that grass on the right hand side as you can, and hit that accelerator as early as you can. Very important corner to get right, and you'll lose a lot of time there if you don't nail the inside of that corner. It's a big long straight, so make sure we get a decent run. Looking to the next braking zone, we're looking about the 150 board just past there. We're looking at the curb, the start of the curb. We're going to hit the brakes, we're going to turn in about the 50 board, but you can really abuse these curbs on the left hand side and on the exit as well. Nice little run through there. Next one, we're looking at the 100 board. That's where we're going to be braking for this one. We're going to come down to 2nd gear for this one. You hit the brakes hard, and we're going to come off those brakes and let the car rotate round. Accelerate into 3rd gear, but we're very careful on the throttle there. Easy to get a bit eager, and the car will spin out. For the left-hander, looking for that 100 board. We're going to brake after we get that past that 100 board. And you can see we lose a lot of time on this corner here. We clip the curb just on the inside, which you want to avoid. We accelerated in fourth, but you can see, look how much time we lose to the ghost in that corner. Just that one corner alone probably lost us maybe 2 or 3 tenths. Just had a lot more time in this lap. So the next little tricky section, we're looking at that 150 board. We're going to be braking just after we get there. Brake in a straight line and stay as close to this green AstroTurf on the right hand side, but be careful not to get all 4 wheels across there, because you know, invalidation. As the car kind of straightens up, a little tap on the brake and avoid the curb on the left hand side as well. That'll really upset the car and you'll end up spinning. This next right hander is absolutely flat out if you get the right line. We turn in a little bit late there, but you want to avoid the curb on the right hand side. You can see that's come off the throttle, just to be safe, because we don't want to understeer and come off onto the grass. So next braking zone, we're looking at that 100 board again, but we're going to be braking before we get to that. Turn in around the 50 board, let the car rotate round, back into 4th gear as usual on the exit. Do that quite nicely. So a lot of hard work done, and we come to the last braking zone of the track. And again, we're looking at that 100 board and brake just before we reach that. We're going to come down to 3rd gear, and yep, you got it. Straight back into 4th on the apex and accelerate hard. And that is a lap. It's a long lap, very difficult to get right. We do a decent job. We come across for a 2:38.673, which is good enough to put us P19 in the world at the time of recording. So quite a decent lap, and pleased with that one. But we'll have a look now at the chase cam. And one thing I forgot to mention actually, don't rev this car out. If you look here, we're going to be revving around about 3/4, so just after halfway. Very important, don't rev this car out all the way, you'll lose a lot of time, as it will just rev out quite easily. So this is a very long lap, and it's very easy to make mistakes. It only takes one missed braking point or a moment of accelerating too hard to completely ruin your lap. So make sure when we're braking, brake in a straight line, and you come off those brakes when you're turning in, as this motor has a horrible tendency to understeer under both acceleration and braking as well. But let me know if this does help. Like and subscribe to the channel. We do a lot more of these on the channel, as well as RTR league racing. We're involved in the CTC Cup action as well. We also try and look at doing the daily race track guides as well, to help you guys with the upcoming races every single week. But for now, as usual, we'll leave you with the replay. Like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Laters.